Okay, so we're going to do the association points, and you want to do the association points with one hand and with the other hand just laying softly on the dot. We'll start here at your association points. Your bladder meridian runs from the inner canthus of the eye, bladder 1, all the way to bladder 67, lateral on the 5th digit nail bed. 1.5 soon from the spine. So you want to start here right on the shoulder with your hand like this, and at the top of the scapula it'll drop off, and right on that drop off is a divot. It's bladder 13, and this is your lung association point. You go one intercostal space over for bladder 14, which is the pericardium, another intercostal space for bladder 15, the heart. All right, good God. Now we're going to kind of reverse it. You want to put your hand gently so you don't poke the dog. Go up, find the end of the 13th rib, the floating rib. Come up here, and this is bladder 23 for the kidney. Now you want to go back and find the intercostal space between the 12th and the 13th rib. Follow this up. Let me see where I am. Sorry. And that will be bladder 20, which is your spleen. So we have bladder 23 and bladder 20. And then you go one intercostal space down to bladder 21, stomach, and the other one here is a caudal bladder 22, which is the triple heater. So now we're gonna kind of reverse it and find bladder 20 again. So you come here, this intercostal space between 12 and 13. Then we want to go one intercostal space cranial for bladder 19, which is gallbladder. Another intercostal space cranial for bladder 18. So let's go back to bladder 23, where you go here, your floating rib, go straight up. Then find the ilium crest here on bladder 25. You want to go 2/3 of the way between between the ilium crest and bladder 23, and that will be bladder 25, which is your large intestine. So right here in the ilium crest, the top of the hip bone, there'll be a divot right here, and that is bladder 27, small intestine, and then the next divot is bladder 28, bladder.